Siren story. I always knew it, but my daughter is an empath, just like me. For those of you not familiar with empaths, you can literally feel other people's pain. You empathize with them. You feel their excitement and you feel their sadness. Yesterday, she was watching Bluey. I love when she watches Bluey because that is such a great show. She got totally invested in this show. I hear crying in the next room. I'm like, Taylor, what's going on? What's wrong? And I go in and I hug her and I go, is something bad? Because I hear like really beautiful classical music. And she goes,
These are happy tears.
and I'm like, happy tears? What's going on?
Bluey's daddy got a new job out of state, and they had to pack up their house and leave. And they were so sad that they had to leave. But then, the company said that Bluey's dad didn't have to leave.
And the classical music was them going through old memories of, Bluey and Bingo growing up in the house and taking their first steps, and everybody's sad. So Taylor was really invested that the kids were sad that they had to leave their house. And then at the end, when the company said, no, we want you to stay where you're at, and they were able to unpack their house and stay there, she cried because she was like, yay, they get to stay in their house. And I'm telling you this whole situation because it made me happy and sad at the same time. When you feel deeply about people and things and their happiness, people use that against you. I've had that happen to me. So as I'm sitting there hugging her, I start crying because I was like, it's so beautiful that you're so empathetic. But it's gonna be such a tough life because people are so mean out there. And that's what really made me sad. I was not trying to cry on this. I was just trying to tell you a simple siren story about my daughter being an empath. It dwindled into, the world is a tough ass place. And I'm trying to make her tough. But I also want her to be able to be a kid and experience just plain joy like kids of the majority. They experience a lot of beautiful things and not have to worry about a lot of adult things. To finish the story, she said, it's really sad moving. And I said, actually, you don't hold on to the material things. The house is not important. It's the home that is important. When Grandma, my mom, was set to move out of the house that I grew up in, she had been in that house for like 40 years. She built that house with my dad. Like, they made the blueprints together. They struggled together to get that house. So when she moved out of that house, it made me sad. But then I was like, wait a second, that house isn't my mother. My mother is what makes it the home, and she's coming to Michigan. So I told Taylor that, and I go, if anytime we end up moving, don't be sad because we're leaving the house behind, because the home will come with us. She was like,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
not only are people mean, but I think people get worse and worse with morality and integrity, and if people see a weakness, people see somebody who has, and I don't consider empathy a weakness, but in this society, it kind of is. When people see that weakness, they just want to use you. I told you all this walking is bad for me. When I walk, I do too much thinking, and these are the results.